First progression is to simply place the racket behind your head in this position and then throw the ball into the strings and then make a movement just with the hand. Also, this drill has a variation where we can hold the racket by the throat and we can make the butt cap hit our forearm. This is going to result in the same movement that I described before, wrist movement at the contact. Now, while this might not accurately mimic what actually happens on a kick serve, there's a lot less wrist movement that I demonstrated here. I do find this drill useful for several reasons. Reason number one is that players will get comfortable with making contact a little bit further behind. See, the kick serve compared to the flat and the slicer will have a contact that's further behind. It is not behind the head like some people think. It's actually right on top of the head. That is the contact for the kick serve, while the flat and the slicer have a contact that's in front of the head. So players can get used to this contact that's further behind by exaggerating it and placing the racket way back here and then simply throwing the ball into the strings. Now, this drill is supposed to be done in isolation, and it's actually really helpful when you're starting to learn the kick serve that you do everything in isolation. So you're not utilizing any of the power source, and you're simply working on two things, which is perfecting your toss and also getting used to the different angle of the racket face at the moment of contact. And the angle of the racket face at contact is going to be more to the side. Now, since we're doing this in isolation and we're doing it in a stationary position, we have to throw the ball further to the left. So both of those things are very important. Getting the players used to throwing the ball further behind and also getting the players used to throwing the ball to the left. So when you start in this position in isolation, you are already building the right fundamentals into your toss. And the way this progression works, you are slowly going to start adding your power sources into this serve. So you're going to start off with just this movement by itself. Then you're going to grip the racket on the bottom, or if you're maybe more at the advanced level, you can skip this part and just go straight down towards the bottom of the grip and do the exact same thing. Place the racket behind the head where the tip of the racket is pointing more to the side. Throw the ball directly into the racket. Now, most players make the mistake of trying to chase the ball because they're not throwing it accurately. So make sure you position your racket here and just leave it there so that you're working on your toss. Now, as you get comfortable with this, we can start introducing body movements, and the best thing that you can do is start moving forward. Now, you're going to do this different from all other serves. You're going to do it in a sideways position because on a kick serve you have to remain sideways compared to the other two serves where you are rotating into the contact. So now you have to adjust the toss. You can't throw it behind you anymore. Now you got to throw it further in front. So you're going to slightly throw the ball in front of the baseline, but also more towards the left, and you're going to go forward while remaining sideways. Now, once you get comfortable with this exercise, and I'm talking about way comfortable, you can do this for months until you learn all the little intricacies that are connected to trying to execute these movements. But once you have this and you advance to the next stage, it is actually your real kick serve, where you are going to have some rotation, but it's going to be delayed. So when the racket hits about this place right here, well after the ball's been struck, you can start rotating the body and start coming around just like you do on a flat and a slice serve. And that is basically going to be your kick serve that has a lot of great fundamentals already inside of it. You are naturally going to get this angle of the racket face because you're going to have perfected the toss, and you're also going to remain more sideways because you have trained your body to stay more sideways by doing the previous exercise, and those are the only fundamentals that you need to hit a proper kick serve.